Hi guys, this is Stormmouse03. Welcome to my Deus Ex Mankind Divided walkthrough for I Never Asked for This Difficulty, where we will be also doing Foxiest of the Hounds and Pacifist. So we started off from the Vincent van Gogh building, and we're going to jump up into this building, which will give us a nice path into the start of Mission 3. There's an ebook in here. There's also a couple of other things to loot in here, so make sure you do that before you move on. There's a biocell on the ground right here in this pool of blood, so pick that up. And, you know, the reason why I'm looting a lot of stuff is so that you can sell things, so that you can buy some praxis kits. And that will just help you out in terms of being able to get more abilities and things earlier on. So I loot quite a bit here at the beginning, but not as much as we move forward through these missions. So just a little FYI of what I'm doing. So we come through that vent, and now we're going to be heading into the area with the actual enemies. So there's a bunch of enemies down here, and make sure that you have your abilities set up. You may have to go into your abilities wheel and make sure that they're all mapped to the D-pad again, because it messes with it after the last mission for whatever reason. But you want to come across this rooftop, crouch, and when it looks like the guy down below is going to see you, you want to put on your cloak and swiftly come over here to this keypad. Now you can hack this if you want to, but I actually know the code for this one is 1984, and so I'm just going to enter that to avoid any possible mess-ups, and head on through the door. And so this guy will have his back turned to you. You can take off your cloak and just kind of hide up against this desk. And why not loot the desk there? The stop worm softwares are really good, so that's a good pickup. Head on over here to the right, and then we're just going to wait for this guy to turn around and move away, and then we're going to make a dash for that doorway. So he lingers a little bit. You have to wait for his sorry butt to move out of the way. But eventually he will turn around right now, and you can make a run for it. You do not need to be cloaked, although you could cloak just for safety. But you're going to come right up through here, head into this vent, and then you're going to be able to break through these vents on the right and jump up into the room where we're going. So that is the quickest and easiest path that I could find with the less chance of getting spotted by anybody that I could find on this level. So there you go. You touch the red book, it opens the hidden door, and you take the elevator down, and effectively that is the hard part of this mission done. I have some extra stuff here at the end because I'm going to show you a few things, a few items to loot, a praxis kit, and how I do my upgrades and so forth. But if that's all you needed, if that's what you came for, that effectively ends this mission. All of the enemies will despawn from the area above you. So I clipped out the little section where you're just talking to Mr. Tech Dude, and where you have the little tutorial about how to use your upgrades. So I just cut that out. I figured it's just a tutorial, nobody needs it. In that medical box is a multi-tool. That's important. That's a really good item. And then there's a bottle of neuropazine right there. And there's another bottle of neuropazine on a shelf in this room. There's a bunch of good stuff in here, so definitely take the time to look around. Kohler's little apartment, hidey hole, whatever this is, you know. There's also a praxis kit in here, which is why I'm kind of showing you my looting. And this is the place with the best stuff. There's the other neuropazine. Those little boogers sell for 1,000 credits each, so they're pretty good to have. You can also trade them in to some guys for some intel, but I didn't do it on this run. It's just not necessary, and anything that feels like it's not necessary and more trouble than it's worth, I did not do. I did do a little bit of exploring, as you can see here at the beginning, just to get some things to sell and some more XP and whatnot. And I did a couple of the easier side mission things, but that was really it. So you move that painting and you move in here, and now I'm going to show you my first couple of augments. I'm going to get this breather because I don't want to take any chances of dying from the gas in here. I'm going to put on the Icarus landing because I don't want to take any chances of dying from falling. The cloak is very important. Getting the leg prosthesis is really important to be able to jump higher. And I believe that's all that I get for the moment. I tried to structure this walkthrough such that I only get the upgrades that I need to be able to progress, even if I had more praxis kits at the time, just because I want to show you kind of the base level thing so that if you have more praxis kits and more abilities, you should be even better off. So that's kind of my thought with this thing. So you notice I turned off the gas. I went and hid it in the vent again just to make sure that the gas didn't hurt me. And then I can loot all this stuff. So you can hack this if you want to, but since we picked up that multi-tool from Kohler's room, I figured we might as well just use that here and avoid any chance of any kind of mistake or alarm going off or whatnot. Like I said, you can make a safety save right here and then try to hack that if you want to. You would need to buy the augments to be able to hack higher level terminals. It was a level 3, so just so that we didn't have to use those praxis kits, I just used the multi-tool instead. But you'll notice there was one of those triangle codes that you can scan on your phone. It's super exciting. And the more useful praxis kit inside of that safe. So there you go. That is about it for this area, guys. I did go back upstairs and loot the building. I went through the whole building. There's a couple of ebooks up there. There's one in his office. There's one in the area where we entered, where the guys were. And there's just various little crafting parts and things scattered around up there, but I'm gonna cut that out because I figure you guys can loot on your own. You know where it's at. You just kind of thoroughly go through there and explore and pick up everything that you want, and then I will meet you at the next little place that we're going. So I went back to this bar where we gave this lady the neuropazine, and I put in the musculature aug so that I can lift heavy objects. So that was so that we could move that out of the way so that we can get to these goodies over here, because they're pretty good. It's a couple of biocells, some credits, hacking software, that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys this, and to let you know that I did pick up that augmentation to be able to lift heavy objects, because that's important to have moving forward. We want to be able to move things out of our path. I think the most important augments that you can get at the beginning of the game are the ones that allow you to do things that open up paths for you. So the leg augmentation so that you are able to jump higher, the strength augmentation so that you can move heavy stuff out of the way, the one to punch through walls we'll get at some point when we need it, We don't need it just yet, so that's why I haven't bought it yet, but it's also a good one. And the cloak is also very important. So I'm heading back to Jensen's apartment right now because there's a really easy opportunity to get some XP by talking to David Seraph on the TV again. It's just a little conversation, which I'm going to clip out, but by doing that, you pick up some easy XP. And then you can head on, and now I'm just going to show you one more spot to pick up some stuff before we head into the next one. And just to let you guys know, I do make pit stops occasionally that I cut out because there's no reason for you guys to have to watch it, but some pit stops by the vendor where you can sell some stuff. I do that fairly regularly just to make sure that I have room in my inventory to be able to pick up more things to sell and so forth. So if you go out this way, there is going to be a ladder that you can climb up, and then you'll be able to make a couple of jumps to get to another building with some goodies. So this one is kind of an out of your way type area, so I wanted to show it to you. So if you jump over here, you can go in here, and there's some credits, there's an ebook, there's some painkillers in the bathroom, I think there's a biocell behind the fridge. It's a shotgun right there that sells for quite a bit. So again, you will want to go and sell everything that you don't need, which is most things. I kept my stun gun ammo, biocells, healing items, just in case. I don't use them, but you can keep them just in case. And EMP grenades, because you're going to need to make an EMP mine later on. So those are the things that I kept in my inventory. Other stuff I sold. And then we're going to move on to mission 4. So I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one.